Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We may well have the fear that when we take up to spiritual life, we will lose many friends in the process. Our friends may look at us and say, "You've changed, you're different, you're not the same person I knew before." And all of these people who we spent so much time with, who we exchanged so many loving experiences with, we're afraid that we will lose many friends. This is one of the reservations that one may have as they embark on the spiritual journey. In the 12th chapter of the Gita, Krishna explains in a very beautiful verse, Advaishta sarva bhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samadukha sukha kshami. Krishna says that as you take up spiritual life, something amazing happens. Your entire character becomes upgraded. Krishna says when you take up to spiritual life, Advaishta sarva bhutanam, you no longer have any envy towards others. Karuna, you become very compassionate. Nirmamo, you have no longer any greediness or sense of proprietorship. Nirahankara, you have no ego, pride, arrogance or vanity. Sukha, dukkha, sama, kshami, you are equal in all situations, peaceful, happiness or distress. And then Krishna says, by having such qualities, maitra, you become a kind friend to all living entities. What Krishna explains is that far from losing friends, you will actually find real friends when you take up spiritual life. There are different types of friends in this world, and you could compare it to a tree. On a tree there are leaves. Leaves come and go, they change with the winds, they come and leave with the seasons. Some friends are like leaves. They're in our life for some time. They seem very beautiful connection, but then the next moment they're gone. Some friends are like branches. They're stronger, they stay for longer, and you feel as though you can rely on them. But then at some point they may also snap. Or a branch is hollow, and on the external that friendship feels very powerful, but when we look a little bit deeper, we see that the internal substance of that friendship is lacking. And some friendships are like the trunk, which stay for the entirety of the lifetime of that tree. And that trunk, often overlooked, those friends overlooked, are actually our real friends. Krishna explains that when we take up spiritual life, we shouldn't be afraid that we will lose friends, but rather by developing wonderful character, by developing purity in our own personality, we will actually find real friends, true friends, and we will increase in our capacity to be a good friend to others. What's more, when you take up spiritual life, you actually are introduced to the best friend of all, because you make Krishna your friend. And Krishna says in the final verse of chapter number 12, Yetu dharma mritam midam yathoktam paryupashate Desham shraddha dhanamat parama bhaktaste tivame priyaha. When one comes and takes up this spiritual life with their heart, completely applying themselves, Krishna says, Bhaktaste tivame priya, I become the greatest friend to that devotee. I become very dear to that devotee, and they become very dear to me. Krishna says that devotee, Madanyatena jananti naham tebyo managapi. I don't know anything about anything but that devotee, and that devotee doesn't know anything but me. This very beautiful friendship with Krishna is established. So we should not worry that you may lose your friends. Rather, see that when you take up spiritual life, you'll upgrade your character. You'll become a better friend. You'll attract the best friends. And ultimately, you'll become connected to the eternal friend, the smiling boy who plays the flute and runs in the pasturing grounds of the holy land of Vrindavan, who's smiling and who's standing in a threefold bending form. That greatest of enchanting personalities, Krishna, will become your best friend.